Hi everyone, happy April. It's been a really long time since I've been able to make any of these videos. I've missed you guys. I hope you remember me and I hope I remember how to do this. I'm going to start just with my March completed pages. It's been probably 9 months, 10 since I've been able to make any of these videos though, so if you care to see any of my past finished pages, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to start fresh and carry on from here. But I'm happy to make some past ones if you would like. So just let me know. But yeah, now that my work situation is kind of settled down, I have more time to color and to keep records and make videos and things. So yeah, I'm excited to get back to it. So let's start. Okay, the first page I have is an Inklings by Johanna Basford, and I wanted just to see how my pencils worked on this paper. I think it's kind of the normal paper for her, but these are Castle Arts and Polly's, and it's kind of a repetitive pattern page. I mean, they're all different from each other, but they're very similar. So I wanted to do something a little I thought I might get bored if I did all of the same colors through the whole thing, so I just did a pattern like I do sometimes where, you know, these are yellow and orange, these are orange and pink, these are pink and purple, and these are purple and blue. So it's kind of a pattern within a pattern, but that's one of the ways I like to keep myself interested on the simple pages like this, but I think it works. And they worked as expected on this paper, and yeah, pretty basic, nothing fancy, but that was my first one in March. Then I have, let me put this over here, in the Princesses and Fairies coloring book by Tomoko Yashiro, I think is how you say that. I do this book when I want lots and lots of tiny details, and this one was actually not as bad as some of them are because it has some bigger things in the middle, but this is the fairies. I think it's kind of their version of Cinderella. And yeah, these are Castle Arts and Polly's. I think I had them out from doing the Johanna book, so I just carried over into doing these as well. And every time I do a solid background like this, that's just one color with pencils, I always tell myself I'm never going to do it again. And I always do it, but because I'm just a pencil kind of girl, I guess. So there is a little bit of sparklies in the form of some dual metallic gel pens and Uniball Gold and some Wink of Stella, but I tried earlier and I really think you can't see it, but there's a post on my Instagram page that shows it a little better. I mean, there's like Wink of Stella in there, but I really couldn't get it to show up on the film here. So yeah, I just really love this book. It's just very interesting, and like I said, is when you want a lot of little details, it's a good one. And yeah, not a lot to say, but I had a lot of fun, like I always do. And every time I open a book like this, or that's got a lot of details that I haven't looked at for a while, I always find at least one more thing that I forgot to color. So if you can find it, let me know. I have just seen it and I realized I forgot it, but I think it's okay. It doesn't stand out super a lot, but if you can spot it, let me know in the comments and I'll give you extra points. Yeah, some of these are some of my favorite colors, the pinks and the purples and all of that. So that was fun. Then I have several in Rita's newest book, Das Land der kleinen Abenteuer. I think that's how you say it. This is going to be my next book that I make into like a project book for traveling. If you remember what I did with the Europa book, it's going to be similar but different to that. And if you don't know what I mean when I say my Europa project book, I will link it in the description because it's a completed book that I had a lot of fun with, doing some different things. So This one, I'm also taking traveling in a couple of weeks. It's a little bigger than I like, so it will be a little harder. I wish it was a little smaller, but it was about having adventure, and I'm taking it on adventure, so it seemed appropriate. So the thing I'm going to do a little differently is with my Europa book, I committed to doing the whole book with only the same 24 pencils because I needed to be able to carry it around and I wanted it to kind of work together. So this book, I'm not necessarily going to commit to doing the whole book with the same 24 pencils, but like when I go on this next vacation, I'll be gone for a couple of weeks. So I am only taking, I think I figured out a way to take a couple extra. So I think I have 26 pencils that I will use on it when I am on this trip. But I will, the next time I take it on another trip, I will use different pencils, or when I'm coloring at home, I will use different pencils. So, but well, I'll just show you some of the pages that I have done. I'll kind of explain what I'm doing as I go. But some of the pages are just going to be normal. So this is one of the pages that I did, that kind of fun, flat lay kind of page. And then there are in this book some pages like this that have like writing space, or that look kind of like, you can make into like little journal entry type pages. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, when I am on vacation, if I color in it or color on one of the pages that has this, I will write a little something about where I am when I'm coloring it. So this one I completed ahead of time. This is the first one I did in that, with that idea in mind. And it wasn't until after I finished this page that I had the other idea of not completely finishing it ahead of time, but leaving myself something to color while I'm there so I can say I colored this page in the place that I'm writing about. So that will be a little different. Oh, we have a little guest. Hi, honey. The other ones I have, hi, no, I'm so sorry. You can't sit there this time. I'm sorry, baby. This is one of the ones that I have finished this month that I just tried a bunch of different colors in. Hi, sweetheart. No, you can't stay here. I'm sorry. I know everybody likes to see you, but you can't sit on my books. Nope, I know. Go see daddy. Go see daddy. Sorry. So the other pages that I went ahead and finished this one because it's the same kitchen scene as this one. So I did some similar colors, and there are some things that are, sorry, she's going to bump the cord. There are some things that are exactly the same. This one I did with, Castles and Polly's, I think, again, because I had them out. And this one I did with Prismacolors, and I think this time when I travel, I'm going to take my Prismas. Last time I only took Polly's and Castles because where I was going was going to be hot, and I was afraid my Prismacolors were going to melt. This time it will be in April, and it won't be so hot, so I'm taking my Prisma. So the colors aren't exactly the same, but on these particular pages, I was just trying a mixture of colors. So like, hi, baby. You're going to have to move just a little bit. So like this brown pot is the same. So this is a page I started with. And this little brown jar with the green label is here, and this little blue thing here is the same as this blue thing here, and this hourglass, I believe, is the same as, oh wait, hold on, no, it's a different one. There's two hourglasses on here. This is the same hourglass, but I just realized I colored the sand a different color because I forgot. Oh well. But so some things like that. I think that might be all of them. Oh, the scale is the same as that scale. I think that might be it. But anyway, all that being said, that is why this color scheme is the same. Because it's the same kitchen, but this teal color is one of my, that kind of combination is one of my favorites, so I end up using that a lot. And the other thing I did on this page that makes me smile at it, and it's just a stupid little thing, but she's painting the decoration on the cupcake, so I left it white underneath the brush on purpose to show that she hasn't painted that part yet. So that's a stupid little thing, but I had fun choosing to do that. But yeah, I just love this book. I love this a little different than the other Rita ones than I'm used to, but I love the style. So the other thing, okay, before I forget then, the other thing that I don't normally do is leave pages unfinished before I color the next one. But because I'm trying to work ahead and have some things done for while I'm traveling, I went ahead and did some of the backgrounds on some of these journal type pages in some of the colors that I will be taking while I travel. And then this one I got a little overboard, but so I'm going to leave this like this, and if I just choose to color it on this vacation, then I will, and I'll journal about it over here. So these are done for now. Hi, sweetheart. No, they don't, oh, sorry, they don't want to see your butt. Bottom, excuse me. You know, it's so funny. Different households have different words that are appropriate. When my boys were little, we thought that butt was crude. So we asked them to, you know, we had them call it a bottom. And we had some friends over, and their kids, when they heard my boys say bottom, they went, tee, they say bottom. Well, evidently their parents preferred the word butt, and bottom for them was forbidden. So it's just funny. Anyway, all that being said is this is the cuter part we want to see, not the other side. So this is another background. Like I said, of the ones I did, and we'll see if I color these or not on this trip or a future one. But I figure, you know, if I'm at a little cafe and I'm having a drink and some little appetizers or something, that might be fun to color that with. So there's that one. I think I showed you this one. Yep, I showed you that one already. And then there is this one. Kind of a little more summary. And then that one I finished already in another video. And that one too. Wait, hold on. I think I missed one. On that one, those circles weren't there, so I had the bright idea to draw all those circles before I colored them. So that took a while, but that was fun. Hi, baby. I know you want to be in here so long. And that was a simple one. I don't know. Those are the squares that she had shaded already. I might do more. I just did that today. I might do some more on there. That feels a little bare to me, but I'm not sure what yet. But it's done enough for now. If I decide to do something while I'm on vacation, I will. Hi, sweetheart. And then there's that one. Oh, see, there's too many purple ones right next to each other. I didn't realize that. But anyway, so there's another one. I think that's it. So those are all in process. Hi. I've been gone a while today, so she needs some attention. So that is it on the Abentour book, I believe. Yes. Okay. So then in this one, this is the Blossomia, I think, by Annie Reyes. And, oh, sorry. That, you can't bump that, babe. Here, I'm going to unplug that. But that's gonna, we are professionals around here, aren't we? Okay, so maybe that will bump the camera less. Okay. So, in this book, I don't know where I was when this book came out. That's my water. Oh, stink pot. But it's been out forever, and I just found out about it. And as soon as I saw somebody post it, a picture from it, I had to get it. And so I don't know where I was, like I said, all that time before. What's on your tail, little girl? She's got that. Oh, okay, we'll have to clean it later. But anyway, this is the one that I did. I love this paper. This is, what did I use? This is, no, don't chew that. Polys and Prismas were what I used for that page. They worked really well, although I think I used Prismas for the background and I couldn't get any more of that white out, and it was just, it wasn't taking any more layers, so I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's, you know, some little white flecks that sometimes they bother me and sometimes they don't. There's some little lines in the paper, so I couldn't get rid of those. But I just love this book. I love this page. It turned out exactly like I had in my head ahead of time, so that's always fun when that happens. But yeah, I see many more pages coming in that book. I considered making this one my traveling one, but I think the adventure nature of the other one is what sold me on the Rita one again. So then I have the Seasonal Wreaths of Plants and Friends by Makiko Inatomi, and I did this spread, the Cosmos flowers, which is technically in the autumn section, but Cosmos are such bright pink happy flowers. So I'll take that off just so It doesn't have glare. These are all, it's all Prismacolors. Nope, nope, nope. You can't chew that, baby. No chewing. I know. You need attention. This book is almost exclusively Prismas. There's a teeny tiny little bit of sparkle pop on the stars and the book bindings, but I don't know how well you can really see that there. I don't think you can. It's just little bits here and there. But I just love every page in this book, and I think I'm only 3 spreads away from finishing the whole thing, so that will be a very exciting flip through to do sometime this year, I am sure. Now that I have more time to color, I think it will happen faster. So yes, I just love these pink happy flowers and all the things. So that was a lot of fun. Like I said, only 3 more spreads left, and I'm very excited to do that finished book video for y'all. And then the last one I had was in Wonderful Wildflowers, and this was a buddy color with Susan. Her Instagram handle is her name backwards, Nasus 351. I'll put her handle there so you can go link to her or look at her stuff on Instagram, and I will be, let's see, I'll put her page here so you can compare them both. I love what she did with the middle. And yeah, we have a lot of fun coloring together, and I love how she decided the colors that she did with the color wheel on hers. And I just was feeling purple for St. Patrick's Day, purple and green for St. Patrick's Day, purple because it goes with the green. So it was fun coming up with, like, I think there's 6 or 7 different pencil combinations, and so I ended up using Polly's, Prismas, Castle, Black Widows, and Erogeton on the flowers. And I think the leaves were, they're either Polly's or Prismas, and sorry, and now I can't remember, I didn't write that down, but I had to pull out almost all my purples in a lot of my sets to pull that off. But yeah, simple, but I really like it, and that was a lot of fun. So that is all my pages in March. So thank you for joining me for this few minutes, and like I said, let me know if you have an interest in seeing any of my past ones. I think my last video went through June of 2025, so that would be 6, 7, 8 months that I haven't done, and I probably would do it all in one video because of my work schedule. I wasn't able, like this month I did 10. I think last when I was super busy, I was probably at 4 or 5, and I'm not even sure I kept track of them all, but I left room in my notebook in case I go back. But yeah, like 4 in June, so I didn't even keep track in May. So, but I'm happy, I posted them all on Instagram if you want to see them. But I'm happy to make a video if you would like, and I will see you soon. Happy coloring. Bye.